Angela was walking fast that morning, holding her small brown envelope tightly. Today was her chance. She had a house help job interview, and she prayed silently that she would be chosen. She had only one goal, to help her sick mother and pay their rent. As she got close to the bus stop, she saw an old man sitting by the roadside. His clothes were worn out, and his hands were shaking. He lifted his head slowly and said, "My child, please, do you have any money or food? I have not eaten since yesterday." Angela stopped. Her heart broke. She checked her purse again. Only one small note remained, her transport money. If she gave it away, she would have to trek for more than 30 minutes under the hot sun. She sighed. "Papa, I don't have anything else. I'm going for a job interview. This money is meant for my transport." She turned to walk away, but her steps felt heavy. Something inside her refused to let her ignore him. She turned back. "Papa, take it," she said, pressing the money into his palm. "This is my last money, but it's from my heart. Don't worry, I will trek it. I've walked for 1 hour before. I can manage." The old man stared at her, shocked. "No, my child, you need this more than I do. Please take it back." Angela smiled gently. "Papa, let me help you today. Hunger is painful. God will help me reach my interview." The old man's eyes watered. "You are a rare child. People pass me every day, but none stop. May the Lord guide your feet. May your name be favored today. You will not go in vain. You will find what you are looking for." Angela felt warmth in her heart. She bowed her head respectfully. "Thank you, Papa." As she walked away, she started her long trek, but she wasn't angry. She felt light. She felt peaceful. She whispered, "God, please let me get this job." Angela finally reached the big compound, sweating and tired from trekking. She knocked softly. Mabel, the owner's fiancée, opened the door with a frown. "Who are you?" I'm Angela Ma. I came for the household interview." Mabel hissed loudly. "We don't need you here. You're late." Very late, Angela tried to explain. "Ma, I'm so sorry. There was traffic." "That's your business," Mabel snapped. "You should have left home earlier. You look slow and look at your clothes, dirty girl. I don't want someone like you in my house." Angela swallowed her tears. "Please, Ma, give me a chance." Mabel stepped closer. "Chance for what? You even look like a husband snatcher. I don't want you near my man. Get out. Don't ever come here again." Angela begged again, but Mabel pushed the door and chased her outside. Angela walked away slowly, her heart shaking. Just then, a car drove into the compound. Jeff, the owner of the house, stepped out and saw a girl walking out sadly. "Who was that?" he asked. Mabel rolled her eyes. "Honey, can you believe that poor thing came for the interview late? How slow can she be? I chased her out. She even looked too dirty." Jeff frowned. "That's the reason you chased her out, Mabel. That's not nice. You can do better. We really need help in this house. You've chased almost all of them away." Mabel frowned. "So what? I don't like dirty girls around you." Jeff shook his head. "I need someone who will actually work in this house because all you do is sit, make calls, or watch movies. We need real help." Mabel looked away angrily, but Jeff kept thinking about the sad girl he saw walking out. Angela walked slowly on the dusty road, wiping her eyes. Her legs were tired, her heart even more tired. As she turned the corner, she saw Papa James sitting under the same small tree where she first met him. He lifted his head quickly. "My child, you're back so soon. How did the interview go?" Angela forced a weak smile, but her voice cracked. "Papa, they chased me out. The woman said I was dirty and late. She didn't even let me explain." Papa James shook his head gently. "My child, don't cry. Some doors close because they are not your doors. You did good today. Your heart is clean." Angela looked down. "I really needed that job." He touched her hand softly. "You will get a better one. The Lord does not ignore kindness. Remember what I told you. Your feet are blessed. Something good is coming to you." Angela nodded slowly, wiping her tears. "I hope so, Papa." Papa James smiled with confidence. "Not hope, my child. Believe. Your life will change soon." Angela didn't know why, but his words gave her strength. She continued walking home. Angela reached home and pushed the wooden door gently. Her mother was lying on the small bed, looking weak. Mommy sat up slowly when she saw her. "My daughter, you are back early. How did it go?" Angela dropped her envelope and sat beside her. "Mama, they didn't take me. The woman chased me out. She said I looked dirty and slow." Mama's face fell immediately. "Oh no, Angela, what will we do now? My medications. You know they will soon finish. I was hoping this job would help us buy more." Angela held her mother's hands firmly. "Mama, don't worry. God will provide. I will get another job. I won't stop trying." Mama sighed deeply. "My child, you work so hard. Sometimes I fear I'm a burden to you." Angela shook her head strongly. "Mama, never say that. You are my blessing. I will find something. Even if I have to trek to 10 places a day, I will do it." Her mother wiped a tear. "May God help you, my daughter." Angela forced a smile. "He will, Mama. Something good is coming. I can feel it." 2 days later, Angela was still walking from street to street, asking for any small job. Her legs hurt, but she kept going. As she turned near a kiosk, she suddenly saw Papa James sitting calmly on a stone. "Papa," she called, surprised. "I didn't expect to see you here. Where do you stay?" Papa James smiled gently. "My child, I sleep in the store behind that big shop. The owner allows me to stay there at night when they close." Angela's heart dropped. "Oh no, Papa, you sleep on the floor. How I wish I could get you a place. Or, Papa, would you like to come to my house? I stay with my mother." He shook his head. "No, my child, you have done enough. Don't worry yourself. I am fine." Angela looked at him closely. "Papa, have you eaten today?" Papa James smiled weakly. "No, my child." Angela stood up immediately. "Okay, Papa, let me go home and get you food. I will come back quickly." He stopped her gently. "But I thought you said you were job hunting today." "Don't bother yourself. I will be fine." Angela insisted. "Papa, please let me help." Papa breathed in deeply. "All right, my child, but give me your phone number before you go." Angela blinked. "Papa, I will be back soon. I can give it to you when I return." Papa shook his head slowly. "No, my daughter, I need it now. You never can tell." Angela quickly opened her small bag and brought out a folded paper. "Here, Papa, I wrote my number earlier. I always carry it in case someone needs to call me for work." Papa James smiled warmly. "You think ahead, good child." Angela pointed at him. "Papa, please wait for me here. Don't go anywhere. My house is not far." She ran home fast, packed some food and rushed back to the same spot. But Papa was gone. She looked around confused. Papa James. Her heart started beating fast. She rushed to a woman selling vegetables nearby. "Mama, please. Did you see the old man sitting here?" The woman nodded. "Yes, my dear. A car came a few minutes after you left. A big car. They picked him up and drove away." Angela froze. "A car for Papa." The woman nodded again. "Yes," and the people in the car looked important. Angela stood there shocked and speechless. Nothing made sense. "Oh Lord, please don't let anything bad happen to Papa James." Jeff helped his father gently into the house. Papa James walked slowly, his feet dragging lightly across the polished tiles. His eyes looked tired and confused, like someone who was trying to understand where he was. "Papa, please sit down," Jeff said softly, guiding him to the long sofa. "You need to rest." Papa James sat, pressing one hand on his forehead. He looked around the big living room as if he was seeing it for the first time. "Where did you find me?" he asked weakly. Jeff exhaled shakily. "Papa, thank God I found you. I searched everywhere. It was someone in that area who saw you walking alone and called me. The moment I heard, I rushed there immediately." Papa rubbed his temples gently. I don't remember leaving the house." Jeff swallowed painfully. "You wandered out again. Your memory, Papa. You forgot where you were." Papa sighed. "My head. It betrays me sometimes." "I am sorry, my son." Jeff held his father's hand. Papa, it's not your fault. I just thank God you are safe. Anything could have happened to you on the road. Papa looked at him quietly, shame and confusion in his tired eyes. I didn't want to worry you. You didn't, Jeff said. You scared me. He stood slowly, still shaking inside from the fear of losing his father again. He kept looking at the door, at the corridor, at everything, thinking, how could this happen inside my own house? There was only one answer. Mabel. She had been in the house. She had been the only person home. She knew Papa's condition. She knew he shouldn't be left alone. And yet, she let him wander out into the street like someone abandoned. Jeff's jaw tightened. He turned from his father and walked down the long corridor, his footsteps echoing loudly. The anger burned hotter the closer he got to the second living room. Before he even reached the door, he could already hear Mabel laughing loudly. The sound was sharp, carefree, as if nothing in the world was wrong, as if no old man with memory issues had just walked into danger under her watch. Jeff stepped into the room. Mabel was sitting on the long cream sofa, legs crossed, watching something funny on her phone. She looked rested and comfortable. Jeff stood there silently for a moment watching her. She was busy watching TikTok. Jeff's anger sharpened like a blade. Mabel, he said in a low, firm tone. She didn't respond. Mabel. He repeated louder. She glanced up carelessly. What is it? Don't disturb me, Jeff. This video is funny. Jeff stepped closer. Are you serious right now? She paused the video with irritation. What is it? Why are you looking at me like that? Did something happen? Jeff stared at her in disbelief. Did something happen? That's your question. Yes, she snapped. Why is your face like thunder? If you want to talk, talk. Jeff's chest rose with anger. My father went missing today. She blinked once, shrugged. Okay, and Jeff almost lost control. What do you mean? And Mabel, he has unattentive memory. He forgets things. He wanders off if he's not watched. You know this. Mabel frowned. Jeff, he's not a kid. I can't follow him everywhere. If he walked out, that's his choice. Jeff stepped even closer. His choice? You think a man with memory issues chooses to wander into the streets alone? Mabel, he doesn't even remember leaving the house. Well, she said casually, he's back, right? So, let's relax. Jeff stared at her. Relax, relax. Do you know he could have been hit by a car, kidnapped, collapsed somewhere? Do you know he could have died? Mabel rolled her eyes. You are exaggerating, Jeff. Nothing happened. Nothing happened because someone recognized him and called me. Jeff's voice rose. Not because of you. You didn't even notice he was gone. Mabel hissed. Jeff, please don't start shouting. You're stressing me. I was tired today. I needed to rest. Rest. Jeff laughed bitterly. Rest from what? From pressing your phone, from gossiping, from doing absolutely nothing. Mabel stood up sharply. Jeff, don't raise your voice at me. I am your fiancé, not your maid. And what exactly do you do as my fiancé? Jeff shot back. You don't cook. You don't clean. You don't help my father. You don't even check on him. You sit here from morning to night, pressing your phone, watching movies, gossiping. You have chased away every maid we hired. Mabel scoffed. Those girls were stupid. They were too slow. I can't tolerate lazy people. Jeff's voice was low but dangerous. You insulted them. You accused them. You scared them. You made this house unbearable until every single one of them left. Mabel snapped her fingers. So what? If they couldn't handle the pressure, that's their problem. Pressure? Jeff's voice cracked with anger. This house is not a workplace. It's a home, or at least it's supposed to be. Mabel folded her arms. Look, Jeff, I don't have the strength for all this. If you want care for your father, hire a nurse. Hire a maid. Hire 20 maids. I just want peace. Jeff stared at her with cold disbelief. Peace? You want peace. Mabel, you are the one disturbing the peace in this house. There is no peace here because of your attitude. She scoffed loudly. Now it's my attitude. Jeff, I swear you like drama. Jeff's voice dropped low, quiet, controlled, the kind of quiet that meant danger. Mabel, you are lucky nothing happened to my father today. You are lucky he was found alive. She looked irritated. Jeff, enough. I said he is fine. You are blowing this out of proportion. Jeff shook his head slowly. You still don't understand. You don't see anything wrong with what happened. Mabel picked up her phone again. Jeff, please, I'm tired. If you know you want a maid, go and get a maid. I'm sick of talking about the same thing every day. Jeff stepped back and stared at her like he was seeing her for the first time. Her selfishness, her coldness, her pride, her complete lack of care. Something inside him cracked. Mabel, he said quietly, I am beginning to think twice about this relationship. Her eyes widened. What? I said, Jeff repeated slowly. I am beginning to think twice. I'm asking myself if I want to spend my life with someone who doesn't care about my father, doesn't care about this home, doesn't care about anything except herself. Mabel scoffed. So, because of your father, you want to break up with me? No, Jeff said calmly. Because of your heart, she gulped, but her pride wouldn't let her show fear. Jeff, don't try to use threats on me. If you want to leave, leave. Jeff shook his head. You don't understand. I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you the truth. I can't keep doing this. Mabel turned her face away. Whatever. You talk too much. Jeff didn't reply. He turned and walked away, leaving her standing alone in the room. A few days later, Jeff stood outside a pharmacy, leaning against his car. He looked tired, stressed, and worried. He had come to buy some drugs for his father, who had been weakening again. His phone rang. It was his friend, Luke. Jeff picked up. Hello, Luke. Luke's voice sounded cheerful. Guy, are you ready for the training abroad? 2 whole months. Oh, Jeff sighed deeply. That's the problem, Luke. I'm not ready. My company is sending me for 2 months training abroad, and they said I must go. No excuses. Luke was quiet for a moment. Then he asked, what about your father, who will look after him? That's exactly what I'm worried about. Jeff said, Mabel can't take care of him. She doesn't even try, and I don't have a maid in the house. All of them ran away because of her attitude. Luke clicked his tongue. This is serious. You don't understand, Jeff continued. My father can wander out of the house if no one watches him. 2 months is too long. I don't even feel safe leaving him for 2 hours. How can I travel next tomorrow like this? How I wish. I just wish I could get a maid today. Luke sighed. You better start praying for a miracle. Jeff laughed sadly. Miracle? Miracles don't happen every day. They talked for a bit more. Then Jeff ended the call. Just then, Angela stepped out of the pharmacy holding a small white nylon with her mother's medicine. She had come quietly, praying the drugs would help her mother sleep better tonight. As she walked past the parked cars, she accidentally overheard Jeff's last sentence. How I wish I could get a maid today. I'm traveling next tomorrow. Angela froze slightly. She recognized him immediately. The same man she saw at the big house gate the day Mabel chased her out. Her heart beat fast. Should she speak? Should she pretend she didn't hear anything? Should she walk away quietly? She hesitated for a moment, then gathered courage, stepped closer, and said softly, Sir, excuse me, please. Jeff turned to look at her. Their eyes met. She looked familiar, but he couldn't place her yet. Angela quickly apologized. Sir, I'm so sorry. I was not trying to overhear your call. I only heard a little because you were standing outside. Please forgive me. Jeff nodded. It's okay. No problem. Angela swallowed nervously. Sir, I heard you say you need someone to take care of your father. I can do the job. Jeff blinked, surprised. You mean it? Yes, sir, Angela said softly. I take care of my mother alone. She is sick. I have learned a lot about elderly care. I know how to give medicine, help them sit, feed them, and watch them carefully. I can take care of your father. Jeff looked at her closely. Her face was calm, her eyes clean and honest. There was something sincere about her. You can really take care of an elderly man. Jeff asked again, wanting to be sure. Yes, sir, Angela replied. I can. I have experience from my mother. I'm not afraid of the work. Jeff's shoulders dropped in relief. This is good, very good. Then he asked, can you start today? I mean right now. Angela shook her head gently. No, sir, I can't start now. I need to go home first. I bought drugs for my mother. I have to give them to her and also tell her where I am going. Jeff sighed, understanding but disappointed. Okay, no problem. That makes sense. Angela nodded. Thank you, sir. Jeff paused, thinking quickly. Then he said, Give me your house address. My driver will come to your house tomorrow morning to pick you up. Angela's eyes widened. Really, sir? Yes. Jeff nodded. Be ready. I need someone urgently. You may be the answer I've been praying for. Angela smiled shyly, relieved and grateful. Thank you so much, sir. Let me write the address. She took a small pen from her purse and wrote the address carefully on a clean sheet of paper. Jeff collected it gently. All right, tomorrow morning. Yes, sir, Angela said quietly. Jeff entered his car and drove off. Angela stood there for a moment, holding her mother's drugs against her chest, smiling softly at the sky. She whispered, Mama, maybe our miracle has finally come. Angela rushed home with the medicine and entered the small room she shared with her mother. Mama was lying down looking tired but awake. Mama, I'm back, Angela said, smiling softly. Her mother sat up slowly. My daughter, welcome. Did you get the drugs? Yes, Mama. Angela handed them over. But Mama, something happened today. Her mother looked worried. What is it? Angela sat beside her. Mama, I got a job. A real job. The man said I should start tomorrow morning. Her mother gasped, My daughter, God has done it, but who will look after me? Angela held her hand. Mama, don't worry. I already talked to Auntie Joy. She agreed to check on you while I'm at work. She said she will come in the morning and stay with you till I come back. Mama sighed in relief. God bless that woman and God bless you, my child. Angela hugged her gently. Mama, things will change now. I promise. The next morning, Angela arrived at Jeff's mansion wearing her cleanest gown. She was nervous but hopeful. Mabel opened the door before she even reached the house. The moment she saw Angela, her eyes widened in anger. You again, Mabel shouted. What are you doing here? Angela froze. She wanted to explain, but Jeff walked into the living room at that same moment. Mabel, what's going on? Jeff asked. Mabel pointed at Angela. Baby, don't. You know this girl? This is the same girl that came for an interview the other day. She came late. She is not good for this job. Jeff looked at Angela surprised. You know her? Mabel raised her voice. Yes, she came before. I told her we didn't need her. Jeff's face hardened. Mabel, enough. I already employed her. Mabel gasped. What? Jeff? Why? Jeff interrupted calmly. She's qualified and we need someone immediately. I don't have time to waste. I travel tomorrow. But baby, Mabel tried again. Jeff shook his head. I'm sorry, Mabel. The decision is final and she's not going to live here. She will come in the morning and go home in the evening. That's the arrangement. Angela stood quietly, her heart beating fast. Mabel stared at Jeff in disbelief, then turned her angry eyes toward Angela. This is unbelievable. But Jeff ignored her and looked at Angela. Welcome, come inside. Angela stepped forward slowly, knowing her life was turning a new page, even if someone in that house was not happy about it. Jeff took Angela to meet Papa James in his room. Angela was surprised when she saw him, but she didn't say a word. Papa James looked at her, but did not recognize her at all. Jeff said softly, Angela, your salary will be 500 naira every month. Angela shouted, Jesus, sir, that's too much. I have never seen that kind of money before in my entire life. Jeff smiled and said, normally, I pay my workers 300, but you told me about your sick mother, so I added more. Use it to take care of her. Angela was so grateful and almost cried. After Jeff left the room, Angela looked at Papa James and said quietly, Papa, don't you remember me? It's Angela, your daughter. Papa, it's me. But Papa James shook his head gently and only said, I'm hungry. Please get me food to eat. Angela quickly replied, Okay, Papa, and went straight to the kitchen. She started cooking when Mabel suddenly walked in and shouted, Oh, wow. Really? You already feel at home. How dare you enter my kitchen without my permission? Angela bowed her head and said, Sorry, Ma. My boss showed me the way to the kitchen. He said, I can enter anywhere I like. Mabel hissed, Oh, really? Jeff is really trying me today." Then she went straight to Jeff and started shouting, "How dare you disrespect me in front of a maid? That girl is in my kitchen. You told her she can enter anywhere she likes. Jeff, how dare you?" Jeff looked at her calmly and said, "Mabel, she is doing her job. Someone is finally doing what you cannot do. Aren't you supposed to be happy, lazy fiancé?" Mabel was shocked. "Jeff, did you just call me lazy?" Jeff replied, "If the shoe fits." Mabel snapped, "I will make sure that girl doesn't last in this house." Jeff stepped closer and said firmly, "You won't dare. If you try anything with Angela, you will see a side of me you won't like." Mabel froze, angry and embarrassed, while Angela continued cooking quietly for Papa James. Unaware that a storm was already brewing around her, Angela got home that evening with a big smile on her face. The moment she entered the room, her mother sat up slowly and said, "My daughter, welcome. How was your first day?" Angela sat beside her happily. "Mama, it was good. Mama, guess what? My salary is 500,000 naira every month." Her mother covered her mouth in shock. "5 what? Angela, are you serious?" Angela nodded quickly. "Yes, Mama, 500,000. Sir Jeff is so kind. He said he added more because of you." Her mother wiped tears from her eyes. "God will bless that young man." Angela continued excitedly, "Mama, do you remember that old man I told you about? The one I gave my last money to?" Her mother nodded. Angela said, "Mama, can you believe he is my boss's father, the same Papa? I was so shocked when I saw him." Her mother was so surprised. "God works in mysterious ways, my daughter." Angela smiled and held her mother's hand. "Mama, with this salary, we can finally save for your surgery. Don't worry." "Mama, you will be fine soon. I will work hard. I will not waste anything." Her mother nodded slowly, tears falling. "My child, you are my blessing." Angela sighed softly. "Mama, my boss is very nice. He talks gently. He respects me, but the only problem is his girlfriend. That woman doesn't like me at all. She shouted at me today for entering the kitchen even when Jeff told me to." Her mother frowned. "My daughter, be careful with her. Some people don't like others for no reason." "I know, Mama," Angela said, "but I will ignore her. I'm there to work, not to fight. As long as I can help Papa and earn my pay, I will endure." Her mother smiled weakly. "God will protect you. Just focus on your work." The next day, Angela arrived at work very early. As she got to the gate, the security man quickly stood up and said, "Auntie Angela, good morning. The boss just left a few minutes ago. He has traveled already. Please, Ma, hurry inside and go meet Papa." I heard the wicked madam shouting again. Angela thanked him and rushed inside. The moment she entered the sitting room, she heard Mabel's loud voice. She walked quietly to Papa James' room and saw Mabel shouting at him, hands on her waist, face full of anger. "Mabel, please don't shout." Papa said weakly, "You are stressing me," she shouted. "Every morning you are calling my name. Am I your mate? Why can't you sit in one place?" Angela stood by the door, angry but silent. She didn't want to start trouble, especially now that Jeff had traveled. When Mabel finally left the room angrily, Angela walked to Papa gently. "Papa, good morning." Papa looked up slowly. "My child, thank you. That woman, she is not good to me." Angela sat beside him. "Papa, don't worry, I'm here." Papa stared at her face. "Your face looks familiar. Have we met before?" Angela smiled softly. "Papa, yes. I'm the girl that gave you money that morning, the day you were sitting by the road." Papa frowned in confusion. I don't remember. My head forgets things. It's okay, Papa," Angela said. "Don't stress yourself." She brought him food and helped him eat slowly. After he finished, he held her hand and said, "My child, don't go home tonight. Stay here. Mabel is not good to me." Angela felt touched, but she shook her head gently. "Papa, I'm sorry, I have to go. I can't leave my mother alone at home. She is sick and needs me." Papa nodded slowly, disappointed but understanding. "Okay, but please come early tomorrow. I feel safe when you are here." Angela smiled. "I promise, Papa, I will come very early. Don't worry. Papa squeezed her hand. God bless you, my child. Angela stayed a little longer to tidy the room, then checked on him again before stepping out quietly. Outside, the security man whispered, Auntie Angela, be strong. That woman is trouble. Angela sighed. I know, but I will manage. She walked home thinking deeply, but also determined she wasn't going to let anybody push her away from the job that was helping her mother. That night, Jeff called from abroad. The video call rang loudly in the living room. Mabel rushed to pick it, pretending to be calm and sweet. Baby, how is my father? Jeff asked. Mabel rolled her eyes before answering. He's fine. But Jeff, we need to fire that Angela girl. I don't like her. She is forming holy saint in this house, acting like she owns everywhere. Jeff frowned. Mabel, stop. She is taking good care of my father. That's what matters. Mabel hissed loudly. Please, Jeff, I don't trust her. Fire her. Jeff's voice became firm. No, not now. Maybe never. She is doing her job well. Mabel looked shocked. So you are choosing her over me? Jeff sighed tiredly. Mabel stopped making everything a fight. I'm tired. I've work to do. Good night. Whatever, she shouted and ended the call before he could say anything else. She threw the phone on the couch and muttered angrily, How I wish this old James is dead like Jeff's mom. Then I will have peace. I don't like men whose parents are still alive. Old people stress me too much. The next day, Angela didn't come to work early. The security man waited for her by the gate, but she didn't appear. Inside the house, Mabel smirked. Good. Maybe she has finally run away. But the truth was different. Angela was at the hospital with her mother. Her mother had collapsed in the night, breathing fast and sweating heavily. Angela rushed her to the emergency ward, crying and praying. After running several tests, the doctor called her aside. Angela, your mother needs urgent surgery, he said gently. Her condition is very serious. Without the surgery, she may not survive the next week. Angela's hands began to shake. Doctor, how much is the surgery? 5 million naira, he replied. We need to start preparation as soon as possible. Angela felt the world stop around her. 5 million, she whispered. Doctor, where will I get that kind of money? I don't have it. I don't have anything. The doctor touched her shoulder kindly. I know it's hard, but your mother's life depends on it. Please try. Time is very short. Angela walked out of his office slowly, her eyes filled with tears. She sat on the cold hospital bench and held her head with both hands. God, please help me, she cried quietly. Where will I get 5 million naira? Mommy cannot die. Please God, show me a way, please. She was devastated. The salary she just started earning couldn't cover anything close to that amount. She felt lost, scared, and weak, like everything was crashing down at once. Angela rushed to the house, her eyes swollen from crying. The moment she stepped inside, Mabel sprang up from the sofa and shouted, So, you are just coming now? Is this the time you are supposed to resume work? Angela tried to speak calmly. Ma, I'm sorry. My mother is very sick. I took her to the hospital. Mabel cut her off immediately, and so is that my business. I have important things to do. I have somewhere to go. Your mother can go and join your poor lazy father in hell for all I care. Angela's heart broke, but she kept quiet. She couldn't fight. She needed this job. She went straight to Papa James's room. Papa, have you eaten? Papa shook his head. No, my child. I will never eat food cooked by that devil. Angela smiled sadly. Papa looked at her closely and asked, What is wrong with you? Your face is not bright today. I'm fine, Papa, she said softly. Let me serve you food. She helped him eat, then arranged his pillows. Papa, I will be right back in 1 hour, okay? Please take care of yourself for me. And if that woman talks to you, don't answer her. Don't mind her. Papa nodded. Okay, my child, go well. Angela hurried out and returned to the hospital. The moment she reached the reception, the doctor called her. With excitement, Angela, goodness, we already prepared your mother for the theater. She's going in for surgery soon. Angela froze. Doctor, but I didn't pay. I don't have money. The doctor smiled warmly. An anonymous person has paid everything. All 5 million naira. Every single thing has been settled. Angela covered her mouth in shock. What? Someone paid? Doctor, who is the person? The doctor shook his head. They said they want to remain unknown. Angela burst into tears. Happy tears. Thank you, God, thank you. So nice people still exist. Thank you, Jesus. Her legs felt weak. She knelt on the floor right there in the hospital corridor, crying and thanking God from her heart. Angela returned to work later that day, her heart still racing from everything that happened at the hospital. Her mother's surgery had been a success, and she was filled with relief, but she was also exhausted from crying, praying, and running around the wards. She walked into the mansion compound quietly, hoping today would be peaceful. But the moment she entered the sitting room, her heart sank. Mabel was standing over Papa James, shouting and waving her hands like a mad woman. Papa James looked extremely sad, frightened, and helpless. His shoulders were bent, and his eyes were lowered like he had been scolded for hours. Angela felt anger rise inside her chest, slow at first, then burning hot. She walked in and stood between them. "With all due respect, madame," she said, her voice shaking with anger, "please stop doing this rubbish. I have been keeping quiet because I don't want to lose my job, but right now I don't care. Try me today and I will beat the hell out of you." Mabel gasped like she had just seen a ghost. "How dare you, you poor thing, talk back at me? You're just nobody, a wretched girl, and you want to raise your voice at me. I will show you." She raised her hand to slap Angela, but today Angela had no patience left. Before Mabel could land the slap, Angela grabbed her wrist and twisted it fast. Mabel screamed. Angela pushed her away, and Mabel staggered back. Angela moved closer, grabbed her again, and beat the living daylight out of her. A slap, a push, a twist. Everything came out of the pain of watching her bully Papa. Mabel screamed like a goat. Her wig shifted. Her earrings fell. She kept shouting, "Leave me. Leave me, help, somebody help me." Papa James was clapping his hands and shouting, "Yes, beat her, my daughter, beat her, deal with that witch, teach her sense." Angela finally released Mabel, who scrambled up and ran into the house, crying and shouting, "Help me. There is a beast in this house. Somebody save me." She ran straight into her room and grabbed her phone. She dialed Jeff immediately while crying loudly and pretending to choke. Baby, Jeff, you need to come home as soon as possible. This girl you hired is not who you think she is. She is a beast, a devil. Do you know I did nothing to her and she beat the hell out of me? Baby, she almost killed me. My body is paining me everywhere." Jeff was tired. "Mabel, what happened this time?" Mabel raised her voice to sound more innocent. "I did nothing, Jeff. Absolutely nothing. I was just talking to your father nicely, and she came from nowhere and attacked me." Jeff sighed deeply. "Mabel, please always mind your business. I don't see Angela as a violent person. She doesn't look like someone who will fight unless she was pushed." "What?" Mabel screamed. "So you don't believe me?" "You are defending her again, Jeff. Are you choosing her over me?" "Mabel," Jeff said softly, "stop exaggerating. I'll talk to you later. Please don't start trouble." He ended the call before she could continue shouting. "He hung up on me," Mabel screamed. "He will see. I will make sure that Angela girl suffers in this house." Meanwhile, Angela sat beside Papa James trying to calm her breathing. She was angry, tired, and relieved all at the same time. "Papa, why was she shouting at you again?" Papa shook his head, looking ashamed. "She was on a call with another man. I heard her calling him baby. I heard everything she said. I confronted her. I told her what she was doing was wrong. And that was when she lost it and started insulting me." Angela clenched her fists. "Papa, that woman has no respect." Papa looked at her and nodded slowly. "Thank God you dealt with her, my daughter. She needed someone to teach her a lesson. I feel better now that you are here." Angela smiled a little and the anger inside her melted. Papa noticed her smile. "Why are you happy, my child? Your eyes are bright." Angela took a deep breath. "Papa, I got good news today. Very good news." "What happened?" Papa asked. Angela's smile grew wider. "Papa, my mother's surgery was done today. Everything went well and an anonymous person paid all the hospital bills, all 5 million naira. The doctor said someone settled everything. Papa James gasped and sat up straight. What? Someone paid all your mother's bills and you didn't tell me she needed surgery. Angela lowered her eyes. Papa, I didn't want to bother you. You already have your own health problem. I didn't want to stress you. Papa frowned, angry, but not at her. No, my child, you should have told me. Even if I don't have much, I would have helped you in my small way. How can you carry such a heavy burden alone? Angela shook her head gently. Papa, it's fine. Everything is okay now. God used someone to help me. I'm just grateful the surgery was successful. Papa touched her hand. My child, you have a good heart. That is why blessings find you. Angela held his hand back. Thank you, Papa. Papa nodded. But be careful in this house. That woman is dangerous. Her tongue is sharp. Her heart is bad. Don't let her push you into trouble again. Angela smiled softly. Papa, I will try, but today I couldn't hold it anymore. Papa laughed weakly, and you showed her that you are not a toy. Good. Angela laughed too, and for a moment all the pain of the day felt lighter. The rest of the evening was quiet. Mabel stayed in her room, nursing her wounds and her pride. Angela stayed with Papa, talking gently and keeping him company. She gave him his medicine, helped him change into his night clothes, and placed a blanket over his legs. Before leaving his room, Papa held her hand again and said, My child, thank you. You make this house feel like a home. Angela smiled. Good night, Papa. She then went to the kitchen to wash the dishes, humming softly. She felt peace inside her chest, real peace for the first time that day. As she washed, she whispered, Thank you, God, for saving Mama, for giving me strength, for everything. A week later, the house was calm. Angela sat beside Papa James in his room, folding his clean clothes and arranging his cupboard. Papa watched her with soft eyes like she was the only light in the house. Angela smiled and said, Papa, I will be going to the hospital this evening. The doctor said, Mama will be discharged today. I will take her home. Papa nodded gently. Good, my child. Your mother should rest well. Angela smiled warmly. Yes, Papa, she will. I'm so happy. Just then, someone knocked on the front door. Angela excused herself. Papa, let me check. She walked to the door, expecting it to be the security man or maybe a delivery person. But when she opened it, she froze. Her mouth dropped open. Mama. Her mother stood at the door, smiling, looking healthier, dressed neatly in clean clothes Angela had never seen before. Angela couldn't speak at first. She just stared shocked and confused. Mama, how did you get here? You're supposed to be in the hospital waiting for me to come pick you. Mama, how? Her mother stepped inside slowly. My daughter, calm down. I am fine. Angela, something amazing happened. Angela held her mother's hands, still shaken. Mama, you're scaring me. What happened? Her mother smiled brightly, tears in her eyes. Your boss, Mr. Jeff, he sent someone to the hospital. They told me he didn't want me to go back to that old hideout house. He said the environment is too local, too stressful, and it could make me sick again. He said I should come here to stay in the guest room with you. Angela covered her mouth with both hands. Mama, what? Sir Jeff did all that. Her mother nodded. Yes, my daughter. The man he sent said your boss said Angela cannot be taking care of his father and her mother at the same time in two different places. Let them stay together where she can rest and still work. Angela's legs almost gave up. She held the wool for support. Mama, this is shocking. This is too good. I'm speechless. How did he even know you would be discharged today? How? Her mother shrugged. Maybe the hospital told him. Maybe he asked. I don't know, but he sent a car to bring me here. Angela hugged her mother tightly, tears flooding her eyes. Mama, God is good. God is really good. She held her mother's arm and rushed her inside happily. Come, Mama, come in. Let me show you the guest room. Her mother smiled as she walked beside her daughter. My daughter, your boss is a good young man. Angela wiped her tears. Mama, he is too good. This kind of kindness. I never imagined it. After settling her mother, she went back to Papa James's room, her face glowing with joy. She held Papa's hands like a child, showing her father a prize. Papa, Papa, You won't believe it. My mother is here. Jeff sent someone to bring her from the hospital. He said she should stay here. Papa, please thank your son for me. He is too kind. Papa smiled slowly. Angela, my daughter, your boss is good. But you are a good girl. That is why goodness follows you. Angela blinked. Papa, you remembered my name. You called me Angela. Papa smiled wider. Yes, my child, I remember it now. The name stayed in my mind. Angela's heart warmed. Papa, thank you. She helped him drink his medicine and went to the kitchen to prepare tea for him and her mother. She felt like her life was finally rising after so much struggle, but peace never lasted long with Mabel in that house. That evening, Mabel came home with her usual noise. The moment she stepped inside, she sensed the change. Someone new was in the guest room. She heard Angela humming in the kitchen. She marched into the kitchen with force. Angela was arranging plates, smiling, and thinking about her mother's comfort. Mabel's voice cut through the air. So it's true, Mabel said, arms folded. Jeff values you so much. He explained everything to me already. Angela didn't turn. Good evening, Ma, Mabel hissed loudly. Please keep your greeting to yourself. I'm not here for peace. I just want to tell you what I found out. Angela stopped washing the cup. Mabel moved closer. Jeff said, You and your lazy mother are staying in the guest room now because he asked for it. But let me tell you something. You two used black magic on him. Angela slowly turned her head. What did you say? Mabel smirked. Yes, black magic, juju. All these poor village girls that come and pretend to be innocent. Angela stepped closer to Mabel. Her face changed. Her voice became calm and dangerous. Madame, please be careful with what you're saying. Mabel scoffed. Or what? Angela leaned forward. If you say one more thing about my mother or about me, if you open your mouth and lie against us again, history will repeat itself right here and now. Mabel stepped back instantly. Angela's eyes didn't blink. Mabel's voice shook. You want to beat me again? Angela smiled a small, deadly smile. Try me. Mabel hurried out of the kitchen like a scared rat, almost tripping over the chair as she ran. There is a demon in this girl, she whispered to herself as she escaped. Meanwhile, Papa James was in his room laughing softly to himself. Angela is fire. That woman will fear her. Angela smiled as she returned to her cooking. Her mother was safe, Papa was happy, and Jeff's kindness had opened a door she never expected, but she didn't know. This was only the beginning of something bigger, something deeper, something destined. And very soon, the truth about the unknown person who paid her mother's hospital bill would come back to her in the most unbelievable way. Jeff returned to the country unannounced. His trip ended earlier than expected, but he didn't tell anyone, not even Mabel. On his way from the airport, he received a disturbing call from a close friend. Jeff, I didn't want to tell you before, but I must tell you now. The friend whispered, I just saw Mabel at a hotel with another man. They looked too close. I think something is going on. Jeff felt something break inside him. He didn't say a word. He only said, text me the hotel address. He changed direction immediately. When he got there, he didn't go inside. He stayed outside and waited in his car, his heart beating heavily, his chest tight with anger and disappointment. After a few minutes, the hotel door opened. Mabel stepped out, laughing loudly, fixing her hair. Behind her was a man holding her waist and whispering something in her ear. They looked so comfortable, like they had been together many times. Mabel raised her head, still smiling, but the smile died instantly. Jeff stood a few steps away, leaning on his car. She froze, her heart jumped, her legs trembled. Jeff, she stammered, baby, I can explain. Jeff didn't say a single word. He opened his car door, entered quietly, and drove off. Mabel stood there shaking. The man beside her ran away quickly, leaving her alone and embarrassed in front of hotel staff. She hurried to get a taxi, crying all the way home. When Mabel reached Jeff's house, the compound was silent. She rushed towards the door, but stopped suddenly when she saw her bags outside the gate. Jeff came out slowly. His face was calm, too calm. that was more frightening than anger. Mabel started shaking. Baby, please, I can explain. It's not what you think. Jeff raised his hand slightly. Stop lying. I am done listening to you. Mabel wiped her tears. Jeff, please don't do this to me. I love you. You don't, Jeff said quietly. You never loved me. I know everything, Mabel. She froze. Jeff continued, voice low, patient, but filled with pain. I know how you talk about me behind my back, calling me a fool, saying you will finish my money and leave me stranded. My friends, my workers, even Papa heard you. You think I'm stupid. Mabel's legs weakened. Jeff, please let me explain. No, Jeff said. It's too late. I warned you many times. You insulted my father. You abused everyone in this house. You chased away my workers, and even after all that I still tried to believe in you. She knelt down instantly. Jeff, please, I'm sorry, I beg you. Jeff stepped back. Mabel, go. Please leave my house, I'm not shouting. I'm not angry, I'm just done. Tears poured down Mabel's face as she tried to touch him, but he moved away gently. She begged, cried, held his legs, but Jeff's mind was made up. Mabel, stand up and go. I won't change my mind. She looked at him for one last time and realized she had lost. Lost a good man, lost a good home, lost everything. Slowly, she picked up her luggage and walked out of the compound, crying loudly. Regret hit her like a hammer. Outside the gate, she turned back, hoping Jeff would stop her. He didn't. He closed the gate quietly. Mabel cried even louder, dragging her bags down the street, shouting and blaming herself. Inside the house, Jeff let out a long breath, finally free from the weight he had carried for months. That evening, Angela was sitting quietly in the living room when Jeff walked in and stopped in front of her. He looked nervous but determined. Angela, he said softly, I need to talk to you. She looked up gently. Yes, sir, what is it? Jeff sat beside her and took a deep breath. Angela, I want to confess everything. You deserve to know the truth. From the very first day you came to this house and Mabel chased you away, I loved you. Something touched my heart when I saw you. I just didn't know how to explain it. Angela's eyes widened in shock. She didn't expect that. Jeff continued, and Angela, all the things that happened, they were not accidents. My travel, my father's sickness acting up, me meeting you at the pharmacy, even your mother's hospital bill. All of it was Papa's idea. He planned everything because he saw something special in you before I did. Angela held her chest in surprise. Papa did all that, she whispered. Jeff nodded slowly. Yes, Angela, and I'm grateful he did because it brought you into my life. He moved closer and held her hands gently. Angela, I love you. I want you. Please, will you marry me? Just then, Papa James came out from the hallway with a big smile. Angela, my daughter, please say yes. I want you in this family. I have been waiting for this moment. Angela looked at both father and son, tears filling her eyes. She smiled softly and said, Yes, I will marry you. Papa James clapped joyfully. Angela wiped her tears and laughed, then turned to Papa. But Papa, you have to pay me for all the tricks you pulled. You planned everything like a movie, she said jokingly. Papa laughed loudly. I will pay you with blessings, my daughter. Jeff pulled Angela into a warm embrace, full of joy and relief. Weeks later, Angela and Jeff got married in a beautiful ceremony filled with peace, love, and happiness. Papa James danced proudly, and Angela's mother blessed their union. The poor girl who came for a house help interview became the beloved wife of the man who truly valued her. The end.